If you're going into 8th grade, there are 4 things you're almost certainly doing wrong right now. Not on the test, in how you're practicing for it. And every single one of them used to be good advice, which is exactly why nobody's told you to stop. Paper, untimed, racing, and topics. That's the list. I'll take them one at a time, and each one has a fix that will take around a minute to set up. One, paper. If you've been doing printed packets all summer, you're training the wrong muscle. On paper, you can see the whole page, you can scribble the margin, and you can scroll back and forth. However, on this test, it's one question on a screen and that's it. And the fix takes no effort. Just do this week's practice on a screen instead. Any screen, even a phone, counts. It isn't about the questions. Mostly, it's about where your eyes tend to go and how you read information off the page. The second habit you need to fix is that you're taking the test untimed. You're doing sets of 10 questions with no clock. The real thing is 3 hours, and you get to split that time between English and math however you want, which sounds generous until you're actually taking a test. The fix here is to sit the whole 3 hours once before October. And not just for the math, but most people have literally never sat still and concentrated for 3 hours in their life. And it turns out a lot of that is harder than algebra. The third habit is racing. Most of you guys speed up at the start because the first few questions feel easy. On an adaptive test, however, that is the worst place to be careless because your early answers are actually what the test uses to decide where to send you next. So the fix here is to slow down at the start, not slow down overall, just the start. However, we don't know exactly how much the early ones count because they haven't released any guidelines about this, but the direction is nonetheless baked into how this thing works. Number 4, and this is the one almost everybody gets wrong, you review by topic. You say, I'm bad at ratios, so you do 40 more ratio questions, and then get the same ones wrong because ratios was never the problem. The problem is a step. I set the equation up backwards, I solved for the wrong variable, I rounded too early. Those types of problems are fixable in an evening. The fix is, after every set, write down the step you missed, not the subject. One line in a notebook. And if you do that for a week, you'll see the same sentence 3 times, and that's the thing that's really costing you points. So to recap, paper, untimed, racing, and topics. Screen, full 3 hours, slow start, and write the step. None of these take a week. You can fix all 4 this weekend and you're actually practicing the test you are actually going to sit. So part 5 is going to be the last part of this series, and in that part we're going to talk about exactly what to do this week, day by day. And comment the number of the one you're most guilty of, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I'm going to read them and make a whole video on whichever one wins.